Alright guys, this is your boy Tacho here, and we are back playing some more Hunter x Hunter Battle All-Stars. As you know, the new update dropped recently, so we're gonna check out all these new cards here. There's only one banner this week, it looks like. There's only a yellow banner. So there's the new Hisoka card. There's also a new Hanzo. You know what, before we even look at the banner, let me take a look at what the new cards actually do. Alright, hold on. Alright, no, I went to the wrong one, guys. I went to the mission, sorry about that. Alright, let's see here. So the new Hisoka, he's a wizard type. He's got almost 5,000 health, almost 5,000 damage. It looks like his skill for 3 seconds, he will stun all the enemies. And also, they will have a counter on them that increases physical attack damage by 500%. Okay, so this is actually pretty interesting. He's pretty much the same as W Pito, because as you know, Pito for 15 seconds does the same thing with the counter. All enemies will take 500% extra damage from physical attacks. But this guy, he's also stunning for 3 seconds, so that's interesting. He's a wizard type too, so he can attack all the enemies. So he'll have an easy time building his skill up. He's got 6 times damage, plus 4 range, plus 520 defense, and no push as a support skill. And this has no limitations. You can use this on anybody. So that seems pretty good there. For abilities, he has no push. He has all immunities. He has defense up 150. He has map heal 50, he has critical hit 60, and he has stun time up 2, which what this last ability is going to do is it's going to increase the time that he stuns enemies by 4 seconds. So that's going to combo with his skill, because his skill does a 3-second stun to all the enemies, but if he has the 6th ability there, he's going to do a 7-second stun to all enemies. So that's pretty good actually. And yeah, he's a wizard, so he might be able to loop that. I don't know how long it takes him to build his skill up, but it seems like he can actually loop his skill, so that's pretty good, definitely. He's a good stunner. He's also good at removing enemy counters and overriding them with his own counter, which is going to make your guys hit a lot harder. So if you're looking to pull for this new Hisoka, I would say he's worth it. He seems like a pretty good card. Alright, so now let's take a look at this Hanzo guy here. He's a Lord type, 3,620 health, 1,630 attack times 3, so he's hitting 3 times. I guess that's around like 4,800, maybe even 5,000 attacks, somewhere around there, so he's decently strong. It's pretty much in the middle. Cards that have around 5,000 attack are pretty much what you would consider strong in this game, and then cards that have above 7,000 attack, that's abnormal, that's what you would consider high attack, and then below like 3,000, that's like average. So let's take a look at his skill. For 14 seconds, he gives himself 3.5 times damage, 750 defense. Okay, so he's kind of like a mini Sniper Meruem, because he's giving himself damage and defense, but he's not giving himself as much, and it's also not going to last for as long of a duration there. But what this guy has an advantage on Meruem in is that he's a Lord type and he's a neutral Nen type, so he might be able to come into some missions that Meruem can't, so that's not bad at all. His support skill is 4 times damage, plus 2 speed, plus 3 range, and plus 350 defense to anybody. There is no limitation on it, so he can support anybody. It looks like a pretty decent, I wouldn't say decent actually, it's okay, it's just okay. It's not something I would really look for in a supporter. Alright, as far as abilities go, he has critical 60, he has all immunities, he has attack up 9. I don't remember how much that one actually boosts their attack by. He has SP 4, which is cool, so he can start the fight off right away with his ability in play. He has map heal 60 and he has no parameter down. Oh, that's actually pretty good, because Sniper Meruem, the one thing that card lacks is no parameter down, and this guy has that. So he seems like a pretty offensive card, definitely worth using on restricted missions and pretty much any mission that you can get this guy to bring along. So I would say he's worth it as well. Now we have this Lord Ponzu here. She's got 3,480 health, 710 damage times 4. That's like 3,000 damage when you add it all together. A little under 3,000 damage. So she's average in terms of attack. This one here, he's about high in terms of attack. He's pretty high. And this guy here is also, well, actually, due to the fact that he's a wizard, having almost 5,000 attack is pretty strong, because wizard types usually they don't have too much attack because they already attack all the enemies, so they have to kind of make up for that somehow by having low attack. So this guy, he's strong actually. This guy is about average, and she's pretty weak, or below average, I would say. So anyway, for 13 seconds, her skill is going to stun... Wait a second. Am I reading this right? Guys, the text is a little bit small. I don't know if I'm reading this right, but it says for 13 seconds she stuns everybody, as in all enemies and all allies. That's interesting. I don't know if I'm reading this right, actually, guys. You might have to look this up, because I don't know if I'm reading it right. The text is small, but from what I can see, that's what it says. And then for 1 second, she's gonna do poison damage. I don't even know, like 4% poison damage. I don't know what that means exactly. 1 second of 4% poison damage, but whatever. The important thing is that she stuns for 13 seconds. That's really long, actually. That's insane. She stuns for 13 seconds, but it also stuns your characters, if I'm reading this right. So that's interesting, guys. I'm not sure how that would really be beneficial. She doesn't have no stun as an ability. I really wish she did, actually, because then she'd be able to loop this. But I guess you can support her with a character that has no stun. Her last ability is the ability that lets her support any character even if she's stunned. So that's interesting, actually. I think I want to try this card out, because if you support her with Fighter Meruem 92 and he has all his abilities unlocked, he has no stun on himself, and he can give no stun to a character. So if you support this Ponzu with that Fighter Meruem 92, they're both gonna be immune to stun, is what I'm trying to say. So if you do that, then she can actually loop her skill, because she's not stunning herself and she's not stunning her own support character. And then all the characters you would bring alongside of her, of course, would have no stun as the ability as well. So you can just stun the enemies for 13 seconds while your characters don't get stunned. And I think that's pretty cool, actually. So for abilities, she has all immunities, map heal 40, defense up 100, no parameter down, SP4. Oh, wow, actually, guys. SP4, that's on a 13-second stunner. That's a really good support. And she has the ability where no matter what's wrong with her, if she's paralyzed or stunned, or even if she's dead, she's still going to be able to give her support skill to the character she's supporting. So that's really good. And her support skill is fighter types and sniper types take get 5 times damage, plus 4 speed, plus 4 range, and no parameter down. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's actually really good. This is a pretty good card. I'm honestly surprised. I thought the Hanzo was going to be better than this card, at least. And of course, Hisoka would be the best one. But I think this is actually a really interesting card. I'm interested in pulling this Ponzu here. Alright, so let's take a look at the banner now. I don't know what the rates are going to be. Let's see here. There's no bonus. So if you do summons on this banner, you're not getting bonus summons. Because sometimes if you do maybe like 4 or 5 summons, they'll give you a bonus card. That's not happening here. We have Killua, that's Lord Killua, that's the Snake Killua, Tanker Kurapika, Leorio, I think that's the Wizard Leorio, the new one, or it might be Sniper, Hisoka, all these Hisoka cards, pretty much every Hisoka card ever is on the banner. Yeah, Lord Illumi, what is this, Hanzo, the new Ponzu, Tanker Jing, looks like Sniper Silva, Fighter Crollo, and also Tanker Crollo. We've got, oh, W Crollo, he's on the banner. He's really good. I like W Crollo. And also, guys, Hisoka Machi is on this banner. W Hisoka with Machi, and that card has not been available in a long time, actually. It's been quite a while since they put that card on a banner for us to get, so I'm actually hoping that I managed to pull them here. We've got Lord Shizuku, Lord Machi, Healer Koltopi. What is it? Yeah, Tanker Shalnark there, Healer Biscay, Tanker Razor, Tanker Gensuru, Healer Abengane. I really like that guy. I hope I can pull him as well. And Lord Pariston. So the cards are pretty good. There's a decent amount of good W cards here, and of course really good Hisoka cards on this banner. So I would say it's worth pulling on this banner if you've got some stones. I only have 17, so I'm gonna have to farm the new missions. Let's see if they... Alright, well, let's check Treasure Hunt first, because we're already on this menu here. Alright, this is the Zodiac 12 Treasure Hunt. So on this one, you fight all the Zodiacs, and then you fight Leorio and Kurapika, because in the manga, they were recently added to the Zodiacs, and also you fight Netero in the end there. So we're definitely going to give this a go, but not right now. We're going to save that for another video. There's going to be no Heaven's Arena. I didn't remember them announcing that beforehand. Alright, so let's take a look at Zodiac or Association missions here. Are you for real? There's no missions? Come on, man. That's the second week. Yo, guys, real talk. The month has started. It's been 2 weeks or 3 weeks since the new year started, and already we've had 2 weeks without new Zodiac quests or Association quests. So I don't know what's going on here, guys. I mean, even if they put out an old one that people have done, at least put one out. I mean, come on. They don't need to keep it dry. Like, what if new people are coming into the game and they only have this one mission to play? That's not fair. They should at least put out a new mission, even if it's one that everyone's already done. Alright, so anyway, as far as event missions go, let's take a look at the new missions. Alright, it's Zebel Island. This is the island where they did that thing in the manga where they had to hunt each other and steal their number tags. So this is the island where they did that battle. There's actually clear requirements here. Alright, let's take a look. So for the yellow one, you're winning some pink robots, a Tanpa card actually. Let's take a look at this guy. Oh, he's like Motarike actually, because he gives additional drop rate and he gives additional LP. So this guy is kind of like Motarike. You use him to grind. I don't know if he's any good. I'm not going to check too much on him. He's only a 3-star. So we're winning a bunch of pink robots for that one. Actually, let me check the other ones while I'm at it. Alright, so for the red one, you're going to win more of these Tampa cards, actually. And a Spinny Top. This is the 6-star evolution material. This is a really good item. If you clear the red one 50 times. Okay. So you gotta clear the yellow one and the red one 50 times. So let's see about the silver one. Alright, oh, okay. Here we're winning auras, so that's good. Alright, you gotta clear the silver one 75 times, but you're gonna win 5 2-star auras and 5 of the aura evolution material. So you definitely want to do this. I would say farm it. Alright guys, I know I said I was going to do a video giving you guys instructions on how to beat this one here, this Dodgeball Netero mission, and I did beat it once, but I didn't have enough stamina to really make a video there. So we're definitely going to get to that because there's 6 days left to do this. As far as this other one goes, the regular Netero mission, this one is pretty easy. I only beat it 51 times, but I'm definitely going to do it the rest of the times to get those auras. So this one is easy. I don't think I need to really give you guys any instructions on how to beat that one. But the Dodgeball one, definitely. And as far as this goes, I might play one of these missions on camera. Let me just check the restrictions, actually. Because this one is restricted. So let's take a look at what the restriction actually is. Alright, so you get tanker types, healer types, wizard types, and lord types from the transmuter, emitter, conjurer, and neutral nen categories. So, alright, let's take a look at what cards we actually get. Alright, so you can use Kurapika, alright, this guy here, yeah. Any mission where you can bring this guy into is pretty much a cakewalk because he's so good. So yeah, I mean, I don't see how this is going to be too difficult. As far as invincibility goes, we got this Tanker Meruem here. Is there any other invincibility card, actually? I don't think so. But this Killua here, he's basically invincibility because he loops so easily and he gives everybody 500 defense and the counter. So if you just stack this guy over and over, it's like you're basically invincible. So that's good enough. And then if you really want invincibility, you run the Tanker Meruem there. Alright, yeah, so this one doesn't seem like it'll be too difficult. I'll actually have to play it before I make a judgment on that, but that's the restriction for that one, guys. And I think that's it, actually. I covered Treasure Hunt. I covered the silver missions. There's no new missions, sadly. And the red missions, we have quite a few, and we talked about the new cards and the new gadgets. So anyway, guys, that's going to wrap up the breakdown section of this video. I'm going to play the red missions, the event missions off camera, and I'm going to farm a few stones, and then we're going to do some stummins, guys. Yeah, again, Tacho getting tongue twisted here. So I'm going to play these missions here. I'm going to farm some stones, and then we're going to do a few summons on camera. I don't know if I'm actually going to do the actual missions on camera just yet. I might just do the silver one on camera because that's the only one that you guys really need to see, because those are the hardest ones. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna wrap up the video here, and we will come back when I have stones to do summons. So cheers, guys.